Hi everyone, welcome to JNPCS Tech Bits. Now I plan to put a series of videos in programming in C. Right? We are already having videos in this channel for .NET operating systems and for the other important concepts of Java also. So I have planned to put a series of videos in programming in C for the beginners who are learning C. Right? Okay, so in this video, going to see the concept of structure and union. Right. So firstly, structure. What is a structure? Before studying structure, let us know something about arrays. You know what arrays are? Array will be having a group of data items of homogeneous data type. For example, an integer array will hold number of integers. A character array will hold number of characters. Float array will have number of float values. So an array will have a set of data items of a single data type. So when we see structure, structure is as same as the array, but the difference is structure will be holding set of data items of different types, of heterogeneous data types in other words. Right. So that is the best way to explain a structure. So a structure is actually it is a it creates a group of data items of heterogeneous data type, right? So structure can be created using the keyword struct. So you can see the screen, the spelling for struct is struct. So using the keyword, a structure can be created. So followed by that, we have an example, struct followed by the structure name. Here it is address. So inside the structure, we have four character arrays and one integer. So that is how it is holding set of heterogeneous data items, right? So how to initialize the structure variables, right? So normally when we create variables, we can initialize the variables in the same line itself. For example, we can say int a equals 10. We can say float f equals 1.5, like that we can say. But an array and a data inside a structure cannot be initialized like that. See in this line, the structure point is having two integers, right? So int x and int y. Int x, when it is initialized inside the structure, it will give only the compilation error. The reason is when we create a variable, then only we can initialize the variable. But in structures, we are not creating variables, we are just declaring variables, right? So whenever a variable is created, then only the memory space will be allocated, and after the memory space is allocated, then only we can put values inside the variable, right? So when a structure variable is created, that is the data inside the structure is created, it is not actually created, it is only declared. Okay, so the memory space will not be allotted for it. So when the memory space for the structure data will be allotted when the structure object is created. Okay, the structure object is also called as structure variable. I'll tell you how to create a structure variable or structure object. See, in this structure, the structure is student. Okay, inside student we are having three data, which is name, age and occupation of different data types. After closing the structure, we are creating S1. What is S1? S1 is the structure object. Okay. So in OOP, we'll be creating the object for a class, right? So the same way, for the ones who don't know OOP also, you can understand this. To access the structure data, which is name, age and occupation, we can use this variable S1. Okay, only using this S1, which is a structure variable, we can access the structure data, which are name, age and occupation, right? So once we have created structure variable, we can initialize the structure data, right? We'll see how do we do that. See, in this example, the same structure is created, and inside main we are initializing the structure data, right? So it is done as, see the first line of main function, struct student S1 equals Arun 18 and student. So what is student? Student is the structure name, and S1 is what? It is nothing but the structured variable we have already created, right? So for S1, with the help of S1, we are initializing all the structured data. Okay, for name we are giving Arun, for age we are giving 18, and for occupation we give student. That's it, we have initialized. And now we are going to print the data inside the structure, right? So printing is also done by the structure variable S1. It is to print name, we follow the syntax S1 dot name. Okay, to print age, we follow S1 dot age and S1 dot occupation, right? So that's how we get the data of the structure student, right? So see the output. This will give us the output: name colon Arun, age 18, and occupation is student. I hope you understand this. Now we see union. So whenever we study structure, it will be followed by union. We have to understand the difference between the structure and the union. When a structure, both are the same. Union will also be holding data items of heterogeneous data types, but the difference is in structure, every data will be holding separate memory space, but in union we will not do that. The data item which is having the greatest memory space will be allotted, and only that will be allotted. That memory space will be shared by the other data inside the union, right? So this is how we create a union followed by union name. Here it is referred as union tag, and followed by opening brace and a closing brace. Between these two braces we create the members of the union with the data types, right? So this is the example of union. Union data. Okay, so inside that we are having an integer, float, and a character array. See, followed after closing the brace, we are creating data with small d. So what is that data? Data is the union variable. Like we created a structure variable S1 in the structure example. We create the union variable, which is data here. Okay, so the same way as we access the structure data, we access the union data also using the union variable, which is data here, right? So see this example, the union is data with capital D, and the same union is defined here. Inside main, we just give data for the union variables, okay, the union data. So data dot I, it is just given the value 10, and we are printing the data. Data dot F, which is the float variable, is assigned to 20.5, and for the character array str, we give the value C programming. Okay, that is how it gets the data, and we are printing everything, and the output will be like this. Okay, so that is all about structures and unions. I hope you understand this video. In this video we have just seen structures and unions. If you, for the beginners I am saying, if you don't understand the video, just rewind the video again and see the videos. Whatever doubt you encounter, you just raise your query in the description. Thank you. Thanks for watching.